everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nerds with Friends. My name is Cody Leach, and as always, I'm joined by Christian Garcia.
What's up?
What up, nerds? Thank you guys for listening to the podcast, watching the podcast on the YouTubes. We do appreciate that. Make sure you click like and subscribe down at the bottom. And while you're down there, leave us a comment too. We do love those. You can check out all of our information at nerdswithfriendspodcast.com, or you can support the show over at patreon.com/nerdswithfriends.
You know, for the pictures and the headlines for the podcast, we have to put more like bait and switch shit where it sounds like we're being misogynistic or possibly saying some racist shit. 'Cause that's what actually got most of the comments.
We got quite a few interactions with the old He-Man, Masters of the Universe. Can't call it He-Man, Christian. It's not He-Man. It's just Masters of the Universe.
Just person.
Revelation.
They person.
they person.
That's not what it be. Right?
Yeah, the new woke hero.
Yeah,
they person.
They person.
Just an ambiguous sort of hero. Doesn't like to get involved in anything for fear of reprimand.
Yeah, it doesn't have a sword or a shield.
I don't know. I think we should listen to Skeletor's side of things. You know, maybe he brings up some valid points.
Like, where's your sword? It looked too much like a penis. I don't want to use it.
I don't. That's obviously very phallic.
Yeah. Your shield looks too much like a butthole. I'm not gonna use that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it would just be I forgot his name. The little ghost.
Casper.
Yeah, because you can't. No, not in they person.
Oh, in they person. Oh yeah. I can't.
Fuck. You can't tell. It's fully covered.
Yeah, he's just got a black. Well, he is wearing blackface. I just realized as I was saying.
No, it's his hood. Although that would be funny.
It's makeup. I've seen it,
dude. Then realize they take the hood off. He's just in blackface.
It's like, wait, that's not your real skin. No, I just put this paint on.
No, cool. I thought it was sunblock.
Oh, dude, you can't do that.
You can't do that, man. You just look at the back of his head. There's just like one little part that he missed.
Yeah, and it's got swastika on it. Oh my god, that's terrible. We came in hot on this episode.
Because you know what the problem was? We were talking politics off air.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes, whenever I talk serious for a while, it was Orko. That's who it was.
Orko.
Yeah.
That's.
And look at him, man. He's got
Trump. Cody was just saying that Trump is his real president. And they're gonna put him back
4 more years. Yeah, look, he's definitely wearing blackface. Look at that. It looks like a minstrel.
Oh, the toy's pretty bad.
Yeah.
The toy's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. This one right here, especially.
That's why he wears the scarf, because he has the big red lips that he knows.
Jesus Christ. All right, enough of that. Changing subject.
What? It's not us. It's they person.
Yeah, it's they person. That's for sure. Oh, look. There he's got a female one. Is that canon? I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
It's possible. She's got hair. You can tell she's a lady. Simpler times the 80s were, simpler times. We haven't quite figured out what we're talking about on the show today yet.
Apparently we're just saying offensive shit.
Yeah, we're seeing how offensive we can get. We're trying to get those clicks. But we did have a couple things we're going to talk about later today. We're going to talk a little bit about the new What If episode featuring Mr. Stephen Strange. Not Mr. Doctor. He didn't go to 7 years of medical school for nothing. And then we wanted to talk a little bit about the old Activision Blizzard boycott, which is actually happening today. I think streamers are supposed to not stream it today, if I'm not mistaken. But before we do all of that, let's talk some nerdy confessions, where we confess the things that make us nerds. Christian, why don't you go first?
I just watched Candyman, and I watched the original.
Candyman can.
It plays in the beginning. It's funny.
Nice. I mean, it's right there.
I don't remember the original because I saw it as a kid. I do remember parts, and I remember the actors. But the movie does a good part of just kind of doing a quick little summary, like in the first quarter of the film. It started off really great. First, I like the movie. It just, to me, did not stick the landing because it started off great and they did a lot of cool stuff. And I don't know. I kind of felt the same thing with the last Jordan Peele movie. Where was the
Us?
Yeah, Us. I thought it was great, but there's just something at the end where I'm like...
Did you see there's like a show called Them? Is that related to it?
I don't know.
It looked very similar. If not, someone's ripping Jordan Peele off, that's for sure.
But yeah, it was good. It was great. I don't want to ruin any stuff. Although I want to say it has some issues I've seen with CG where like when things move, it has no fucking weight. You can just tell like it's all flimsy. It's like, dude, just add some gravity and weight to the objects. But definitely check it out. I don't know. Let me know what you thought about the ending. I don't know. It kind of lost me a little bit. But the beginning and the middle were great. I thought it was great. And the actors were great. It was the villain from Aquaman.
Black Mantis.
Yes.
Black Manta.
Yeah, he was great. He was awesome.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's been in a couple things. I think he was in the new Watchmen show on HBO, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome. I expect him to be a pretty big actor.
I feel like he kind of transitioned from like a comedic role to almost like action kind of. I don't remember what villains. I definitely feel like I've seen him in like comedy. He wasn't as built. Like I think he was.
Yeah. I don't know.
I gotta look it up. I'm not gonna go through my phone right now.
Yeah. My nerdy confession. I just had it and now it's gone. It's funny how those things go when you're like, I'm thinking about it on the way over here, and then I was just like, then pop, goes out of my head. Oh no, here's a new one. So as of 6 p.m. 2 days ago, I'm back playing Destiny 2.
Is there like a new update or something?
Yeah, so there's going to be a new expansion coming out called Season of the Witch or something like that. And it's it's called The Witch Queen. That's what it's called. Season of the Witch, I think, is a song or something. And it's every year Destiny comes out with a new big expansion. There's one big expansion, and then there's multiple smaller seasons every 2 months or something like that.
I'm assuming this is the bigger one.
So this is the bigger one, which normally comes out in September.
And how much is that going to cost you?
I don't want to think about it. It's probably $60 or $50 or something like that. I've literally bought every single one since they've been doing it. So it's, I don't know. The story really seems interesting, which without going too heavily into crazy Destiny lore, there was this one big bad from the original game, Destiny 1, named Oryx, who's like this big giant, he's called a hive god. The hive's kind of like the flood from Halo, if you ever played Halo. You know, they're like insect-like alien creatures that just want to take over planets. And so their king was named Oryx, and this witch from the Witch Queen, her name is Savathun, and she's Oryx's sister. And now in the current season that I'm playing right now, you're working with her, but she's trapped in a prison, kind of like in Superman 2, the Phantom Zone, the little panels of glass.
Why would you help her?
Because she's making some good points, and there's a bigger enemy out there. At least we think they're a bigger enemy. So we're working with her tangentially. And I think what it's all leading up to is this new expansion where she becomes the new big bad. So very exciting. I will say, having been playing almost exclusively Apex Legends for the past 4 months, going back to Destiny feels really weird.
Oh yeah, you gotta get used to the different. Because even though they're all shooters, sometimes the buttons are different. You gotta get
buttons
used to
the buttons they're mostly the same, but the feel of it is completely different.
Yeah.
You know.
And the physics of the characters.
The physics, 100%. I feel really slow in Destiny when I'm sprinting, and it's just oh my god, it's taking for fucking ever. Or even turning left to right, the strafe speed and stuff.
You can't adjust those? Sensitivity
you can do some stuff, which I've been playing around with the settings the past couple days, trying to get it to feel just right.
Plus you got your cheater controller, right? Where you can just
yeah. Well, yeah, you can't really change movement like that on there. But I will say it's kind of cool having that. I might make a separate profile for that controller for Destiny, because I feel like I don't do crouch slides as much in Destiny as I do in Apex or in Call of Duty. So I don't really need that button, but maybe I can make it so it's that's my super button. So I just press one button and the super goes out.
There you go.
That'd be kind of cool, right? So yeah, but it's so far so good. It's there's a lot of new stuff in it. that I don't know all these activities that I'm missing out on. So trying to navigate my way through, having not played in a couple months, is really intense. Like coming back to a game like that, like if you wanted to start playing like World of Warcraft now, like that would be such a weird experience. I'm sure. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's easy because no one really cares about the story on that, but it seems like trying to wade through all these activities, like, okay, what am I trying to do right now for the main part of the story is a little difficult, but so far so good. It's been fun coming back to it, and it looks incredible on the PS5. I don't know if they did an update recently or what, but it's starting to look real nice. But yeah, pretty exciting.
There haven't been any big games released, huh, for the PS4
no,
or PS5?
No, I think all the next ones are coming up around Christmas time. Like I think we're looking at September, October, November is going to be the next ones. There's that one of those. It's called like Kina or Kinu and the Wood Spirits. Or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
It looks really cool.
The last one that came out was a revival. Is that what it was?
Returnal.
Returnal. So disappointed, man. It looked great. I can't get into the
It
mechanics.
looks great, but that roguelite or roguelike or whatever game style, I'm not a fan of it. But there are supposed to be some pretty like
that Suicide Squad one.
Yeah.
I hope they don't fuck it up. But it's the same team that did the Arkham games,
right? Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Rocksteady Games. Yeah. Life is Strange: True Colors coming out September 10th, so that's in a couple weeks.
Deathloop looked cool.
Deathloop looked very interesting. I don't know. Bethesda, I'm always kind of cautious. I'm not a huge Bethesda fan.
You didn't like the Doom game?
Nope.
Fucking loved it.
Not a fan. That's coming out September 14th. Kina, The Bridge of Spirits, September 23rd. I'm excited for that one. It's like a cool indie looking game where you're like running through and there's like the little like wood spirits, kind of like was it Princess Mononoke? Oh no,
no,
Spirited Away.
No,
with the little ash spirits.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like
dust balls,
like Lynx, like the little fairy.
Kind of. Yeah. No, these ones are like little black balls, kind of like very much like Spirited Away, the Hayao Miyazaki. Death Stranding, a director's cut. It's not a real game.
Get out of here.
Far Cry 6. I thought that was out already.
No,
maybe not.
Hey, it's got the dude from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. Potentially the new Professor X. I think we talked about that last time. Back 4 Blood, which is basically a Left 4 Dead style game. Battlefield 2042. Like, I've never been a big Battlefield fan, but that one actually looks pretty cool. That's October 22nd. Guardians of the Galaxy, October 26th.
I don't know, man. I feel like I get so excited for Marvel games, and then
you see Square Enix is making it, and you're like, oh no, they make garbage games.
What happened? Because they were known for great games.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like when it comes to Final Fantasy, they got it locked down. You know what I mean? Like, they make a good, solid JRPG. But I was not a fan of the Avengers MMO game they made.
Was that the last one? The one we got kind of burned on?
Yeah, the one where it was like all the costumes look like shit.
It's like, why does Hulk die so easily?
Yeah, Hulk can die very easily to like random robots. Like, I get what they were trying to go for, but it didn't have enough substance behind it to keep me interested. Riders Republic looks like some stupid snowboarding thing. Call of Duty Vanguard, November 5th. Maybe interesting. GTA 5 is going to come to its 3rd system. That's pretty cool. Started on PS3.
I'm not going to lie. I'll probably replay it again for the third time.
Skyrim on its 2nd or 3rd system.
I never finished it, but that actually, if you want a game that's going to take you a long time and you have a ton of side missions, that's a great game.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like it. I was just never a big fan of it. Though, I don't know. Maybe I'll try this new edition if it looks really nice. None of these other ones.
Aren't they redoing Dead Space?
Dead Space?
Yeah,
they've been. So this week they actually released some like pre-alpha footage and stuff. Fuck, man.
I really hope they do that 2-player that they did for because that was fun.
Elden Ring. That's supposed to be fucking sick. It's basically in partnership with George R. R. Martin.
Oh, so it'll have a shit ending?
Hey, it's not his fault. This new Horizon Forbidden West looks pretty sweet too. That's in February. Oh, that is not correct. That's probably 2022. It says 2021.
I don't know about Marvel Midnight Suns.
Midnight
man.
Suns? You're not excited for that
I
one?
showed you how terrible the costumes are. And again, I feel like every time it's a Marvel game, we get burned.
Yeah. Ooh, the Stray Cat one looked kind of cool. That's early 2022. Gotham Knights. I don't know about that one.
a Batman-less Batman game?
Yeah. This one sounds fucking crazy. Goodbye Volcano High.
When I saw the trailer for that, I was like, so it's emo anime.
Yeah, it's emo anime dinosaurs. Yeah, that looks like Brian. It looks it looks exactly like Brian.
You have to do a side by side.
Yeah, I'll put a picture up on the YouTube so you guys can see. If you guys remember producer Brian.
That's if you're a long-time listener.
Yeah, long-time listener. This has a non-binary protagonist, a lovely art style. It's story-driven, focus on the themes we can all relate to. Goodbye Volcano looks set to tug at your heartstrings.
It's right up your alley, Cody.
Lord of the Rings Golem. That's pretty cool. TB. What does TBC mean?
To be
confirmed,
I guess.
Whatever.
To be cautious.
2022. Anyway, lots of cool games coming out. But yeah, they're definitely saving up for that holiday push. Looking for a nice Q4 push, if I can use some business lingo at you guys. But I'm excited. I'm excited to play some more Destiny and get back into it. We'll see if that cuts into my Apex Legends time. But who knows? Who can tell? All right. We are going to take a quick little breaky poo, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about a little bit of Marvel's What If, and maybe touch on the Activision Blizzard boycott lawsuit.
And buy that shit that the ads you're about to see or hear.
Yeah, get ready. They're coming in hot. We'll be right back. And we're back. Okie dokie. Hope you enjoyed those advertisements. Or hey, if you're on YouTube, you don't even see advertisements because we're not that big. So
not yet.
I just put in a little thing with our old theme song in there. It says, "Hey, there's a friend. Subscribe, please."
We should put some like 5 little second with the little countdown when you're waiting to finish.
Yeah, just add timer.
Just like click, 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 click.
Man, fucking ads on YouTube are getting out of control. A little side note there. All right. The latest episode of Marvel's What If came out.
With spoilers.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk a little spoilers. Oh, there's a little double action there. Though I guess it's appropriate because 2 episodes have come out since we talked about it last, right?
Yes.
We had the murder mystery one, right?
Oh, that's right. We didn't
where all
talk
the
about
Avengers died.
Yeah.
Major spoiler there. And the most recent one with Doctor Strange. So what are your thoughts overall on this series so far, Christian? You think it's been getting better or worse or staying the same?
I don't think it's better or worse. I've liked all the episodes. What I do enjoy is they went from kind of happy-go-lucky to slowly progress to a little bit darker, and I'm hoping that continues where they get darker and darker. Like I want to see where it gets to the point where like I don't want a kid watching this. Like I hope it gets to that point.
Yeah, it's just like brutal murders in the last one.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the Avenger murders ones, like I didn't know who it was, and then when they revealed who the villain was, like that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I was like, and it makes a lot of sense. Like that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. So yeah, why don't we talk a little bit about that one now? Again, if you haven't seen What If, you might want to skip forward a little bit. I'm not going to put it in timestamps because I don't want to.
We don't do that.
I don't want to put that much work in. I'll be honest. But that one, which is like, what if Earth's mightiest heroes all got killed? Like, what if Nick Fury never put together the Avengers Initiative? Yep. And it starts off with like him meeting with Iron Man and Iron Man 2, right?
Yes.
Iron Man 2. And then
which is the best Iron Man. I'm joking. People get fucking upset about
that. It's definitely not the worst Iron Man. That was Iron Man 3.
Absolutely. Yeah. But
some people really like Iron Man 3. I thought it was a pile of shit.
You said when you rewatched it another time that you were like, it had some redeeming stuff.
It does have some redeeming stuff. It wasn't like I expected going into it, and I expected like the Daredevil movie, the original one.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like Ben Affleck, man.
Yeah, I do too. But it like watching it compared to like the Daredevil series, it's like, oh, this is a different time and place for sure.
Although getting to know Bullseye in the comics. When I watched Daredevil the movie, I didn't know much about Bullseye, and then after reading more comics and Bullseye in the comic books, like, oh yeah, they kind of did Bullseye really bad.
Yeah, they made him into like a jokey quip machine, and he's like supposed to be like a psychopathic murderer guy.
Yeah.
So Iron Man gets taken out. Like they give him the stuff that's supposed to help him with his palladium disease or whatever. And it kills him instead. They're like, what the fuck? And so they think that Black Widow like killed him, but Nick Fury's like, nah, I know she wouldn't do it. So he sets her free to go try to figure it out. She starts tracking down the other Avengers.
Which leads to Thor
coming
to get his hammer,
pick up the hammer in New Mexico, and then Hawkeye's like
he went in, which happened in the movie. He's like got his arrow like, pointed at him, and then all of a sudden, blook.
Yeah, he lets go and straight shoots Thor dead.
Yeah, which he was a human at that. Well, he didn't have his powers.
He didn't have his powers. That's true.
Took away, they were gone.
And so he kills Thor, and then they put Hawkeye in jail, and then they go to question him, and Hawkeye's dead.
Fucking dead.
Yeah. So like they're dropping like flies, and
the only one where I was like, nah, I don't think that would have worked was the Hulk.
Yeah. Well, you don't think the Hulk can be beat by anybody?
He can't. Well, I mean, he can, like Silver Surfer.
He definitely could.
Thanos. Maybe Red Hulk. Although they were probably even out.
Yeah. Remember when Thanos had like the Hulk as his dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dog / sex slave, if I'm right. Yeah. Pretty sure. I've seen the tapes. Anyway, the Hulk is from the school from the Incredible Hulk movie.
You know what's crazy is they kind of fixed what I think people were, because that was the Edward Norton Hulk, and then they switched it with Ruffalo. But also it's another universe, so.
Right, exactly. Well, no, the Incredible Hulk was in the MCU.
That's right.
But yeah, they're not going to get Edward Norton just to come back and do this what if thing. We're like, hey, we know we got you fired, but
I've always wanted to know like what went on, because Edward Norton was supposed to continue, but I think he was like
he wanted too much control,
right? And they were like, and I think he wanted Avengers to be centered around the Hulk, and they were just like, nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I also want to know what fucking happened with Edgar Wright and Ant-Man. That would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah. That one, from what I've read, was that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios, they obviously have a vision of where all of these things are tying into, right? There's certain, we talked about it on our, what was it, like, why Marvel is better than DC episode or whatever.
Oh, that's right.
Where, like, Kevin Feige does not say, here's the exact story you have to have. He says, here are the reference points you have to like work in to tie into what we got planned 5 years down the line or whatever, right?
Yeah, and I guess he was just like, nah.
And Edgar Wright's like, nah, I want to make like Scott Pilgrim again or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay. And so he didn't want to play ball. And like don't get me wrong, I get that. Like, especially as a director like him who has a very distinct style and feel to his movies. But at the same time, it's like, dude, I would have loved to have seen an Edgar Wright directed Ant-Man.
Yeah, and it's sad we'll never get an Edgar Wright.
I haven't seen an Edgar Wright movie since Baby Driver. Yeah.
I'm sure he's working on some shit.
Hopefully. So Hulk gets exploded, like he's hulking out, and then all of a sudden he just starts swelling up, and then he explodes. And then Black Widow gets killed too somehow.
She figures out who
it is, and she's on the phone with Nick Fury when she gets murdered.
And which is weird, she didn't give the name, but she said she gave the clue to lead to him.
Yeah, it's all about hope. And he's like, all about hope. And it turns out that in this universe, Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp from the Ant-Man movies, daughter of Hank Pym, girlfriend on again, off again, will they, won't they, to Scott Lang Ant-Man. She apparently in this universe had joined S.H.I.E.L.D. and died on some mission.
On a mission.
Now, is she stuck in the quantum verse? We don't know. Like that
doesn't really matter.
That doesn't really matter, but maybe she switched places with her mom, something like that. But this kind of led Hank Pym to go on a rampage. And so Hank Pym as Yellow Jacket, not as Ant-Man.
Did you
notice that?
No, I did. I noticed the suit was yellow. It looked cool. But
yeah, and he had the little fucking laser beams on the thing. So Hank Pym as Yellowjacket has been going around murdering all these people, so they solve it, and Loki of all people helps take him down.
Oh yeah, and we forgot to mention that at that episode, Loki came to avenge Thor's death with a whole fucking army.
Right, and then afterwards he takes over planet Earth.
Yeah.
So pretty bleak ending to that one. just a really sad dad.
But at this one, you do see Nick Fury. He's calling Captain Marvel, so there's hope in that universe.
Yeah, Captain Marvel was showing up, and then he was unfreezing Captain America too.
Yes.
So there's going to be the Captain's America in Marvel.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool. You know what's funny is Steve Rogers never, when they unfroze him, he's like, women captain, what is that about? He never questioned anything. That's just how good of a dude he was.
Yeah.
He was like the one woke dude back in
forward thinking
1940s. Yeah, so that was a pretty interesting episode. I didn't dislike it at all, but it was one of these less interesting ones to me. You know what I mean?
And I don't know about you, but I loved this last one.
Yes. So the last one that has come out is Doctor Strange, and the whole premise of this one was
he didn't bust his hands,
right?
But his girlfriend was murdered in the car crash, which is what caused him to go and become Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah,
exactly. And so he was kind of driven instead of having lost his hands, which is like his sense of self-worth and identity, he lost the love of his life. And so he was consumed by trying to bring her back and learning how to use the Time Stone and the Eye of Agamotto to bring her back. And even though Wong's always like, hey, don't do that, it's probably not a good idea. And even the ancient one, Tilda Swinton, comes back and is like, hey, you can't do this.
And he
tries anyway.
And this is where I thought but they did a point of clearing it up. So every time he tried to do, he failed. Mm-hmm. And what did they say? It was because I was like, wait.
There's a fixed point in the timeline.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're telling me this guy did 14 million back and forth with Thanos, and he figured out how to stop Thanos at least once. He can't figure out how to keep this girl alive once, but they clarified that it was a, what was it?
Fixed point, or however they worded it. So essentially the idea is that there's certain points in the timeline that cannot be changed. It always must happen. Did you ever read 11/22/63?
Yes.
You did. You finished it?
Yes.
Okay. So much like that one, right? Where the more he tried to change, the more the universe fought back at him. And similar in this one. No matter what he did, whether they skipped the dinner, she had a heart attack. They went to pizza, she choked on her food.
She got shot.
She got shot or whatever. So no matter what he did, his girlfriend always died, and the reason she always died because Stephen Strange has to become the Sorcerer Supreme to in turn help save half the universe,
right?
Or who knows, whatever bigger plans that he has in his destiny. So yeah, it was a very interesting look at it and how he gets consumed in becoming more powerful, and so he starts absorbing the powers of these extra dimensional beings.
He hears about a book that might have a point, where he can stop this type of points. And one of it was absorbing. I think he just had to get this one big, I don't know, deity, demon, whatever it is, but he couldn't do it. He lost to it right away. So he decides, I'm going to start small, and he goes for a gnome. And he kind of
funny.
And then he kind of progresses up.
Yeah. So, from my understanding of it, was he had to gain more power. The raw power needed to actually change one of these fixed points in the timeline is so much that you have to have this crazy amount of power that no human being, whether Sorcerer Supreme or not, has. And so he was going to these extra dimensional beings like gnomes and demons and all sorts of crap like that, and he was absorbing their powers. So he starts with a gnome. He goes to the tentacle monster.
Well, he was absorbing them all together, and then he finally got to that last monster.
The tentacle monster that was in the Captain Britain.
Yeah, and he did it super easy, just kind of cut him off.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of interesting. That was the first time that I saw a little crossover from these things. What really made this, I think this might have been my favorite episode so far. What really made it my favorite was when he's he's like breaking down. He's fighting at one point. He's fighting himself, but the version of himself who didn't get obsessed and didn't try to go back in time and turn evil and whatnot. And then he sees Watu. He actually is aware of him.
Actually spoke to him. Yeah,
he spoke to him. He's like, "What? Why can't you stop this?" And because the world, because he destroyed that point in time, that fixed point, his whole reality starts imploding. And so at that point, he becomes aware of Uatu again because he had been briefly aware of him before in the library.
He kind of sensed him and maybe saw a glance of him, but this time Uatu like made himself present.
Yeah, and so he's like, "Why can't you fix this?" And he's like, "I cannot interfere. I can't save your one reality and forsake all the other realities." And so it was like, "Oh shit!" It's like it's pretty.
It was a dark episode.
I love when that kind of stuff happens, when it's like whenever Watu shows up, the Watcher, shit's going down.
Although he says he doesn't interfere, but he has in the past.
He always does. He's whenever he shows up, he's like, "I do not interfere." I'm like, "You're going to by the end of the storyline for sure." But yeah, man, I thought that was a really
it was crazy. Like I did not like seeing our Doctor Strange lose because he lost. But it was kind of cool to have this dark ending where he destroyed his world and everyone in it, like everyone. Right. Like that reality is gone. And it wasn't until the end that he realized his mistake versus what before everyone was telling him it was going to happen. But he was so arrogant to think like, no, I can do this.
Right.
And it wasn't until the end he realized like, oh shit, I can't. And I've lost everything. I was like, damn, that really fucking sucks. I mean, it sucks, but it was a great ending.
Right. It shows, that not all of these what if shows are just like happy-go-lucky, like, oh, what if Captain America was actually British?
Like, that's what I'm hoping it's going to keep progressing and getting darker and darker.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. How many episodes have we got left on?
I don't know. I think they're doing more than the 6 that they normally do.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm down because and they're fun because you don't have to watch all the previous ones. You don't really have to watch you don't have to watch them in order or anything like that. At least not yet. There could be some sort of tie-in at the end.
So I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone, or maybe I haven't been on Twitter enough yet, where like people are trying to tie in that evil Doctor Strange is the one in the Spider-Man.
There will feature 9 episodes in total. There we go.
Like, because a lot of people are speculating that the Doctor Strange with the hoodie and the jacket is not the Doctor Strange we know.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised people have been trying to tie in this Doctor Strange to that one. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's possible. It's it's one of those things where it's like, that's what's so cool about the multiverse that we talked about last week, was that it opens up so many possibilities for like wacky shit. Like, oh, that guy's not this guy. It's not this guy or whatever.
Yeah. We all know it's Howard the Duck in disguise. So.
Well, he had a prominent part in the Black Panther Star-Lord one.
That's right. He was leaning him towards
voiced by Seth Green also.
Really?
Just like in the movie. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm excited to see what the next. We know Zombies is coming, right? Do we know any other ones?
No, not that I know of. Although there is Spider-Man, where he's both Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, or he's the Sorcerer Supreme. But I don't know if that's going to be in the zombie one. So I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, that feels like it would be its own thing. So maybe the Spider Supreme one, and then Zombies. And then, how many have we had? Was this 6 that we watched? We got Captain Britain, the Black Panther. Then we got.
Wait, it was Captain America, it was Black Panther, and then was the next one where the Avengers die? I think so.
Yeah, Avengers Murder Mystery.
So this one, so it's 4.
So we've had 4. So we got 5 more. Oh, good.
Shit.
We got some fun stuff. I feel like we might be missing one. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, let us know, guys. What's been your favorite What If episodes so far? Let us know down in the comments. And which ones do you want to see next? All right. Now, I feel like being a nerdy podcast, we have a bit of a responsibility to comment on.
I don't like being responsible for shit.
Yeah, no, me neither. I hate it. I feel like we should talk a little bit about the old Activision Blizzard. I think it's both of them, right? Yeah, it's one company.
Okay, so I'm going to sound like a bad person, but...
That's okay. Business as usual.
I'm not. I don't know what happened,
Mm-hmm.
and what I feel like, and I feel bad that my first thought was like, "Fuck, this is gonna delay Diablo." That I know that makes me a bad person. That's the first thing I went to. Was it like, dude, how long is this gonna push back Diablo?
Look at the sign. It says no Diablo, bro. You shouldn't be doing it.
I'm gonna fucking buy it. I've waited too long.
But isn't it? It's just Diablo 2, isn't it?
Okay, first let me educate me on what the problem is, because I feel like we shouldn't punish all this hard work that these people have done.
That these fine people.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
So essentially, there's a bunch of alleged widespread workplace issues, including sexual harassment, gender pay discrimination, and so basically, a bunch of employees came out saying like a lot of the senior management there had some very toxic. I think they used locker room frat boy.
I believe
behavior,
it.
right? And like I get it, that's not right, but also this is a game company, one of the biggest ones. These guys have probably been in it for a long time, so they're just nerds who never got ladies, and now they are incredibly wealthy. So that brings out the worst in a lot of people.
I thought that was your reason for okaying it, but go on.
Yes, so it's okay. Once you're rich, you can do whatever you want.
Trump said you can grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, he said. He led by example. But what one of my favorite choice anecdotes that they had that came out during all this is that I forget what the CEO guy. Oh, I actually remember. I think it was this guy named McCree, who
You mean the guy from Overwatch?
Yeah, so the guy from Overwatch is named after this guy.
Oh shit! Okay.
Right, because they developed it. It's a Blizzard game, or Activision.
No, it's Blizzard.
Whatever, they're all the same. Voiced by Matthew Mercer.
Yep.
Also, right.
So Matt Mercer's now going down.
They're changing the name of the character in the game, so it's not him, and they're not going to name characters after people at the company anymore. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that I don't know if it was that guy or another head honcho at the company. Whenever they went to E3 or Comic-Con or any of these big gaming conventions, they would
hang out with Jeffrey Epstein.
Almost. It's almost as bad, Christian. Wait till you hear it. So he would have this suite where he would you would bring people up to schmooze them and talk to other developers and stuff like that, do interviews and things like that. Pretty commonplace stuff for a big head of a company.
And then have orgies.
But they would also, what the nickname for the suite was?
No.
The Cosby Suite.
Jesus Christ. Nah, you're fucking lying.
No, I'm not fucking lying.
You're fucking lying.
I'm not fucking lying. And so,
why would you lean into it?
They're bad people, okay, Christian? That's what... that's why they did.
And he's not fucking lying. I just saw it. They have a picture. They have a picture. They have a fucking picture.
Look at all those guys. They love it. Okay, so
this dude, they have a fucking picture that they're holding. It's not even like they added it. They're holding the fucking framed picture of Crosby.
Okay, so this guy Alex Afrasiabi. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the name. No, not really.
Doesn't matter. He's a terrible person.
So he worked on World of Warcraft since 2004. Okay, so during the company event, an annual convention called BlizzCon. So BlizzCon was the one. Makes sense, right? That's their convention. Afrasiabi would hit on female employees, telling him he wanted to marry them, attempting to kiss them, and putting his arms around them. The complaint is this was in plain view of other male employees, including supervisors who had to intervene and pull him off of female employees. He was known to engage in harassment of females that his known to engage in harassment of females that his suite was nicknamed the Cosby Suite after alleged rapist Bill Cosby.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What a guy, huh? Yeah.
You know what? I don't know if they're pointing out, but I feel like it's this douchebag, right?
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but that guy is definitely the top offender for sure. But yeah, so just overall great people. So now there's like I'm not a big part. Secondary nerdy confession here. I do not like video game streaming. Like I just don't give a shit.
Okay.
But I have several friends who are very into it, and that's cool. But apparently they're saying that there's like some sort of like boycott going on right now where you're not supposed to be streaming.
Well, we're not streamers, so it's fine.
Yeah. You play whatever you want, bro.
Wait, so now I can't fucking get the new Diablo game when it comes out?
Now you can get it, bro. It's fine. You just pre-order that shit. Digital download day one.
Wait, are they trying to boycott Blizzard altogether or just... Because think about it this, guys. Like, look, for the people who work there and the women we want equal pay, if we boycott Blizzard, they're not going to have a job, bro. If anything, me getting the game is give them job security.
Right, exactly.
Just pay them equal.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I think it's more of a... what people are trying to do is they're trying to force like a drop in, say, stock prices, which will cause upper management to become aware of it. It's not like people are going to stop doing, it's not like they're going to stop developing games or whatever.
Yeah, because they make great games.
So
maybe that's the secret ingredient to making great game is you got to have
that frat boy culture.
You got to have the douchebag. No,
yeah. I can't believe you grabbed my ass. I'm going to make this the best MMO ever, where no one's asses get grabbed. So this is from Axios, that they're like an online news company or some shit. Some Activision Blizzard employees tell Axios that boycotts may do more harm than good. A current employee says that while they understand the reasoning behind it, losing money will catch the eye of executives.
That's the fucking CEO right there,
forcing them to take action. It doesn't actually work that way. It's harmful to the people who work there, who pour their lives into the game and are determined to make AB Studios and all game studios, frankly, better places.
That is the fucking CEO, because the first thing he said was, what about the shareholders?
Yeah.
Not what about our employees and the unfair treatment? He's like, but what about these poor shareholders that are making billions of dollars?
No, you're misreading it a little bit. So the current employee says that while they understand the reasoning behind it, that losing money will catch the eye of the shareholders and whatever, that actually doesn't work. It's harmful to the people who work here. So they're saying, like, even though that's what we think would happen, and that's what we want is to bring down the top.
That guy's full of shit.
Okay.
That's the top.
You just don't trust him, huh?
Nope.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's obviously terrible, and it's at this point, one thing that's really interesting to me.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I want the fucking games to continue playing, but at least I also want to secure their jobs.
Right. Exactly. And one of the things that's very interesting is to me, video games, like I can't say it's overly accepting because there's so much hate speech that you hear on any game of Call of Duty. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like overall, like the community, like the Twitch streamers and stuff like that, like we're all nerds and we all like, enjoy each other's company and stuff. It's still surprising that, a big company like that, for a market that is predominantly geared towards younger and generally more accepting people, still has these assholes at the top.
Well, think about it. There's people like, I don't know, like teenagers in the 80s. Like, that shit was fucking a different time. Like, they grew up in video games and they're still playing. Those guys aren't dead. Like, those guys are still around being misogynistic.
That's true.
But to me, it's like, I thought with Gamergate, that would have fixed, or maybe not fixed, but it would have made people aware, like, oh shit, I can't be a fucking misogynistic.
I can't have the Cosby Suite anymore.
Yeah. But like, it's still fucking continuing.
Yeah, I know.
Also, I don't understand, like, girls that are playing or streaming, like, on Twitch, like, and some of them, like, some attractive girls, like, will get heat from guys watching. Is like, dude, why are you mad? Like, why are you upset?
Because they won't date me. Oh my god.
I mean, maybe you're right. That's it. Like, but it's like, dude, what do you care? You don't want to watch her play? Don't fucking watch her play. Like, it's not. No, she didn't fucking force herself on your computer screen. Like,
God, I wish she did. Oh, my computer screen. I gotcha.
It's like, don't watch. What's the big deal? Why you gotta go and like say some mean shit?
Well, that gets into the internet culture, which we talked a couple episodes ago about those comments we got on YouTube. there's just people out there who like their sole purpose in life is to say something negative to somebody else and like tear them down online where there's no repercussions for them.
No, don't get me wrong. I like doing that too. But to someone who's wrong or saying some wrong shit.
No, I'm saying some people just like to go out there and just tear people down because they think that, oh, you know, fuck this girl, she's so hot, fuck her, you know, like, and just, oh, you look stupid and I hate you or whatever, you know.
And so it's like, you're not a real gamer. It's like, well, what the fuck? What's the fucking line that someone has to cross to be a gamer? They like playing video games. That to me is a fucking gamer.
Right.
You fucking play. That's it.
Yeah, it's a weird. It can get into that weird toxic fandom, you know, like a Star Wars thing where they think
Star Wars has the best fandom. I don't know what you're talking. They're all very sweet, acceptable people.
Hey, Christian, the Force is female. Okay,
that's fine.
Remember, Kathleen Kennedy taught us that.
Look at Seamus as the most acceptable. Loves all of Star Wars. He's not listening.
He hates it. He doesn't listen anymore. But you're right. It's like anyone who's a gamer to me is okay in my book. But like I understand there's been instances of like streamers being called out for using cheats. Like I don't think that's necessarily fair unless you're open and honest about it. You know
I mean, to me, if I don't even care about that. If you're playing the game, if you're not competing, it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, some of them are competing.
Oh well, then they're a garbage person. Then you're not. Then you're the steroid user of fucking baseball. Like and you should get fucking called out for that.
Yeah. Well, my kind of perspective on it is, you know, and again, I do not watch streaming, so I could be totally off base here. You know, let me know if I am. But if you're using like aimbots, right, or wall hacks, you know, aimbots being where, you know, it automatically snaps on to.
Like you buy viewership or you buy audiences?
No, aimbots mean like you're playing Call of Duty and you see a bad guy and you hit the aim button and no matter where you're aimed, it zeroes in on his head and you just hold the button down and it holds it there.
Well, that's a garbage person regardless if they're streaming or not.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying is like I'm okay with like sending like, you know, hey, fuck this, you're not a real gamer if they're doing that kind of stuff. Like those people I'm okay with, like people saying like throwing some shade at.
You know, some death threats.
I'm never for death threats. Death threats leave those to the professional. That's what the Taliban's for.
Yeah. There we go. No, what was it when they would like call actual cops? Was it swatting? Was that what it was called? Where like they would tell the police that someone who's streaming is like a criminal or they're doing some shit, and like so actual fucking police would show up to their house.
That's crazy.
I believe it was called swatting.
That sounds like a thing that gamers would do. Like I'm not big on that kind of stuff, but you know, I don't care if, you know, I don't care if, you know, they're playing Animal Crossing and you're just watching them futz around and farm peaches all day, or if they're playing like Super Apex Predator, Apex Legends. Like as long as they're gaming and other people enjoy it, you should be able to stream. Like I don't understand that hate that you're talking about.
Yeah, unless it's towards Fortnite. Fuck Fortnite. It's only because I suck at it and I can't.
Yeah, I never tried Fortnite. It just doesn't appeal to me. Like the aesthetic and stuff doesn't really appeal to me.
It's like, am I playing Call of Duty or am I playing with Legos? I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. Like, why I gotta build and fucking shoot?
Yeah, I just don't care about that. There's too much like tie-in to it. Like the whole Star Wars thing left a bad taste in my mouth with Fortnite. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, hopefully this stuff, you know. We'll leave it up to you guys. If you know, if you want to boycott Blizzard games for a month or whatever, that's on you.
You know, the title for this one should be like Blizzard and Why They Did Everything Was Okay.
Yeah. Was the Cosby Suite justified?
Yeah.
Make the thumbnail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just gotta have them with
we're Blizzard employees asking for it.
Just something like that.
Yeah, that would be terrible. But yeah, hopefully things change. I'm sure this lawsuit is definitely going to make some things happen. So definitely a step in the right direction. But yeah, let us know down in the comments. Are we right for still wanting to play Diablo? There is a new Diablo coming out.
Yeah, man, but it got delayed. I don't think
they're doing like Diablo 2 like remastered or whatever.
Yeah, I've been like waiting for it because the clips they have released look pretty fucking great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might play that. I did play Diablo 3. That was fun for about a month. Alrighty, guys. Well, let us know down in the comments what you think of the next What If episode should be. Which have been your favorite ones so far, and then something about Activision Blizzard. Whatever your thoughts are on that. Are we off base? Are we getting it right? Should we boycott? Should we not? Let us know. And while you're down there, make sure you like and subscribe. Click the little bell icon on YouTube to make sure you're notified of new episodes come out every single week. And then also follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher.
Are we on Amazon? Didn't Amazon start like a podcast thing?
We might be on Amazon. Ask Alexa if we're on Amazon. We might be. Just say, Alexa, play Nerds with Friends and see what happens. I think we are on Google. I think we're on Google,
I don't know.
Google Music or whatever. There's too many services out there. If you have one, odds are we're on it.
We got to ask Agent
We're on
Radio.
Audible.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
If along with audiobooks and stuff, they have podcasts now. That's what's kind of taken over podcasts for me. I listen to a lot more audiobooks now than podcasts. But there are still some of my favorites out there. But yeah, let us know, guys. If we're one of your favorites, give us a like and a thumbs up and a follow. We do appreciate that. And all of our information of the social media varietals is on.
I just found this on Audible. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're on there. Yeah, leave us some stars. I don't think anyone's.
Yeah, we don't have any fucking stars on Audible
yet. But if you want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/nerdswithfriends. All of our social media stuff, nerdswithfriendspodcast.com. And thank you to our patrons for supporting the show, buying us these brand new mic cables. Here's your names up into the heavens where they belong. And thank you, Christian, as always, for giving me your opinion on the Cosby Suite.
Came in hot.
Yeah, blackface and ended on sexual harassment cases. I mean, it's got to be a record episode. I'm surprised we're not canceled yet.
Yeah,
right?
yet.
Yeah, it'll happen one day. We'll get big enough and we'll get canceled, and that'll be the day.
Yeah, we're like, dude, we were big enough to get canceled.
Yeah, exactly. They canceled us. Our 100 fans are all disowned us. Well, anyway, to all the nerds out there, you're not alone. You're with friends. This is Nerds with Friends. Thank you and good night.